What's going on, people? Feels like it's been ages. 11 people already. Jeez, missed me. You all missed me. 2 minutes late today. How's everyone been? It feels like it's been ages. I'm alive. You guys know the deal. We'll let people join. I'm going to get Luke in at LeapingCresties. Calvin, it's good to see you in the house, mate. Lucy's Leo's. As most of you know, I lost my Instagram account last week, so I didn't know how the turnout was going to be. But yeah, we're back. Been busy, but we're back. And we've got Luke in this time. We'll give it 5-10 minutes, then we'll get Luke on. Here he is. Feels like it's been ages, because we had the Donny show, Guildford show, so we haven't been able to really do any lives. Mo. This guy always calls at the wrong time. But he knows I love him. CNM. So we've got loads of questions. Predominantly they are Cresty questions for Luke. Because as you all know, Luke does predominantly Cresties, but he's got a lot of other stuff. But he has got some cracking Leos as well. Like, don't forget that. So we've got a load of questions here. Expecting the live to run about an hour. Because it'll be like 9 o'clock by the time we finish this. What's going on, Fat Gecko? Did I know you deal with the Leos, Trey? See. Obviously, as the live goes on, people, you can throw your questions in. What's going on, Dan? Who in this chat's going to be going to the Doncaster show? What's going on, Jay? Stefan? If you can hear a noise, it's the dog. So if you hear any like chewing, it's the dog. What's going on, SP? Jay, he does it. All he does is bring trouble. Are you going to be going to the show, Siobhan? You're going to the November show? Reptile Vault, what's going on? First time catching it live. Jay's too busy playing RuneScape. Well, we'll get Luke in a minute. I know Luke's probably watching this. His legs are shaking. I'm going to be there a week after payday. May as well not get paid. Yeah, literally. I used to be bad. When I first used to go to Donny, I used to come home with like stuff I didn't even like. Not that I wanted, but like literally like, oh, Pac-Man frog, I'll have one of them. But now it's like, nah. Mr. G Breeder. So we've got, just to let everyone know, we've got some other lives coming up this weekend. I'm going to put a post out after this live. Oh yeah, one thing, before I get Luke in, I need to shout out Jay for these. 1 second. Obviously, all of us in the reptile world needs these. Honestly, hit Jay up for these tongs. He ships to America as well, but honestly, the quality, they're wicked. Anyone else in the chat got these? Because if you know, you know. All right, Luke, give me a couple of seconds, mate. Give me a couple of seconds. So I'll request you to join, and it's at the bottom. Elite Geckos has asked you to join the live. Everyone's been buzzing for this one. You might see me look to like the right during the lives where I got a book full of all the questions and everything from you guys. So if you ever see me look away, it's because I'm reading the questions. So just a heads up, I'm not being rude. All right, here we go, Luke. I'm going to add you in, Lucas. All right. Leaping. I've requested you to join, Luke. Hopefully it all works. There's the hooligan himself. You know that. There he is.
Hello, how are we doing?
Good yourself?
Good, yeah, good, thanks.
You're looking beautiful as always. I miss you, man.
Good. How you been?
Yeah, good, really good, mate. Really good. Apart from losing my Instagram account. Oh,
that was, that's it.
Honestly, I woke up that morning and I was like, why me? Like, literally, why? And it was, They didn't even give me an explanation, to be honest, either. It was sort of like, oh, you've had some reports, and it's like, can you tell me why or anything? But you know what Instagram's like. It's just is what it is. I had
that's the thing.
There was a guy called Bosch Dragon. He contacted me as well. Supposed to be quite a high up beardy dragon breeder, and he was like, the exact same thing happened to me. I just think they're cracking down on us, mate.
That's it. Yeah, got to be careful, ain't you? It's
literally. Apparently, even if you put male and female on your post now, it can cause you that's how they're using the cat sale post or something. But still speculation. Anyway, how are you?
Yeah, no, good, thanks. Yeah, keeping busy.
Good, mate. Good. So we've got a lot of fans here, a lot of Cresty answers. I know you've got a load of other geckos and other species, but
we've got them here,
yeah. But we'll start off with what got you into the hobby. How long have you been doing it? Sort of how did it all start?
Yeah. So when I was 13, I had a Rankins dragon.
Oh right, yeah.
Slightly smaller version of a bearded dragon. Had that for about 4 years. Met my girlfriend, and that was it. She was like, I want some leopard geckos. Got 2 leopard geckos, and then it just went from there, to be honest. From there, 2 crested geckos and 5 snakes, and
So the Leos were before the Cresties?
The Leos were before the Cresties,
No way. Oh, no way. Because I know you do predominantly Cresties, don't you? Like that's what you seem to produce the most of. So to hear that you had actually Leos first, that's crazy for me to hear. So I was like, Luke's the Cresty guy, but Luke's actually Leo as well.
No, it started with Leos. About almost 10 years ago now. It was Leos. We've still got our original male, actually. Grab them out.
Because I know I dropped some lovely tangy stuff over.
Yeah, so this was our original male.
Oh wow!
This is Blitz, which is the Blazing Blizzard.
Lovely, mate.
Yeah, he started everything.
Wow! So it all happened from him.
It did. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely stunning, mate! Stunning. So how old's that? How old's that Leo? Would you say now then?
So he's coming up to about 10 years old now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Doing spot on.
Jesus. So ever since then, I met Luke because of his Leos. Yeah. Somebody else told me. No, Luke's been doing Leos for quite some time, because I've only been in the hobby for a minute compared to you guys. So I'm only learning this sort of stuff now.
Yeah.
But what would you say is your most anticipated project with your Leos at the moment? Because I know you're quite known for your high contrast stuff. I mean, it's crazy. Some of the stuff I'm seeing is special.
So a lot of the high contrast stuff. So Lucy's taken over a lot of the leopard geckos at the moment.
Right.
she's dealing with sort of breeding and everything with those. So she's actually sold a majority of my high contrast stuff.
Right, okay.
I know. I've still got a few bits left, sort of thing. And yeah, she'll concentrate on those, continuing on, sort of thing. But she's sort of going more near the tangs and everything, G projects and stuff like that.
Very nice. Well, how's that snow doing? I remember you sent me a snow mid-season, and it was like, you remember going, "What do you think this is?"
Yeah.
How's that looking now?
Totally different.
Really?
It looks mad. Yeah. From the baby pictures that we had, looks nothing like that now. It's odd.
Is it because it almost looked like some paradoxing or something going on? Is it that? Because I only seen it as a hatchling. It might be a little...
none of that actually stuck. Bear with me, I'll see if Lucy can get out quickly.
Yeah, that's a nice gecko.
Bear with me.
Remember, people, if you've got any questions and that, be sure to hit them down below. Luke's going to get the fire out. This Leo he's going to show now. When it was a baby, I was like, "What is that?" And yeah, I can't wait to see it now. MCC, what's going? Anyone in the UK want to use the courier? MCC couriers down below just joined. Give them a shout.
Cool. So when it hatched out, obviously it looked really unique, but now it doesn't look much. It doesn't look like much.
Oh, wow.
But it's still stunning. It's
beautiful. But yeah, what a difference.
I know, it's crazy.
That is
why
I like Leo's, Luke. They're not all brown.
That's it. Yeah, they all look different, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely stunning. So would you say Lucy's completely took over the Leos now? I mean, obviously you're both together. You have your you snip in, but would you say that's more Lucy's thing?
Yeah, she's primarily Leos now. So previously she was with all the Cresties and stuff. Her thing was the Crested. We got to a point where we almost sold all of our Cresties. We're down to about 4 Cresties, probably about 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And because she kept getting allergic reactions whenever they climbed up her skin.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I was like, do you know what? I really enjoy these. I'll take them over, sort of thing. I'll do the care and everything. And yeah, from there, I've just got a bit mad.
Oh, this is amazing for me, too, because I always wondered this sort of stuff as well, because I know that's crazy about the allergic reactions. I know I had Siobhan on my last live with Dave, and she was getting real bad allergic reactions. Is it something in like their skin or like their nails that? It's
the nails that do it for her. Yeah, going up her arm and stuff she comes up in all these bumps and everything. So
yeah, it's all yours now, mate.
Well, I couldn't turf them all out, sort of thing. I was like, nah, I enjoy these too much, and yeah.
So with Cresties, Luke, what is, because I know you work with a ton of stuff. I mean, I've witnessed a lot of stuff as well. What would you say your main thing with the Cresties is? Like, what sort of more for like, some people work heavily on Harlequins. I mean, you got a mixture of lilies and other stuff. But what is what you say is that's what I love to do the most with the Cresties?
So at the moment, really into sort of tangerine stuff that I'm producing.
Yeah.
Sort of tangerine lily whites I'm chucking out, and also the non-visual lily whites as well. I'm getting tangerines pop up in the non-visuals.
Right.
Which look quite different, to be honest. Is something I'm really interested in. As well as some of my quad stripes as well.
Yeah, stunning. I've seen some of those. Like, I think it's Flawless Cresties or something. He's got some some of them are dead stripes as well. So yeah. So how did you? We do have another question, because I know I had like 3 of the same question. It's like, how did Luke get the tangerine influences into his Cresties? Did you add like maybe a red in, or did you see something lime bred it? So at first we weren't able to tangerine.
That's no secret, sorry. we weren't aiming for tangerine at all. It just popped up out of nowhere, sort of thing. and sort of working with them, we have produced stronger and stronger tangerines. At first, it sort of came from an almost creamy looking gecko to a lily white.
Right.
Obviously, we got our original lily white from Lily Exotics. They don't give out, well, they didn't used to give out any parent information.
Right.
So we haven't got any genetic background on him, sort of thing. But yeah, our female, she didn't come from any tangerine lines or anything. It's just something that's popped up.
And from what I've seen of your page over the last few years as well, is it's starting to stick more and more every season. It's starting to hold a lot more. Because I remember, I think I was a conversation, you said a lot of the tangerine did wash out with a bit of age.
They do, yeah. That's the only thing. They do fade with age. We've got one male at the moment, a red lily white male, which has actually held on to a majority of this tangerine. Typically, he's looking a bit rubbish tonight. But yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, beautiful, mate. Oh, wow.
He's off.
Whoops. Oh, stunning, mate.
But, yeah. Trying to keep that tangerine influence in them is, we're getting there.
Yeah.
As I say, this one's what, about 42 grams now, I think he is.
Right. Okay.
And this is the longest they've held the tangerine influence.
That's stunning.
But,
I mean, I haven't seen them anywhere else. I've seen yellow cresties, I've seen red, but I've never seen. It's typical of ginger with orange geckos, eh?
It reflects off the hair, really.
Oh, lovely, mate. Stunning.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're working more on, sort of thing. Try and produce even more tangerine in those. And yeah, hopefully have an end product of a tangerine that sticks lifelong, sort of thing.
That'd be amazing. Does it do better with lily whites? Does the
We found it does.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple. I've got one here actually. So this one is mainly just the dorsal that's got the tangerine influence. So you can see there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's only for 5 grams at the moment, but yeah, showing really nice tangerine influence on dorsal.
Oh.
It may increase as it gets older, but yeah, just one to watch, sort of thing.
We have a question here for you, Luke. He says, can you ask Luke about crested geckos going through the motions of laying, i.e. digging, covering up, but not producing any eggs?
Okay. So sometimes crested geckos will test dig in various sites. Mm-hmm. You'll find they may choose like 4 or 5 different sites to make sure it's the right sort of site for the eggs.
Right.
Obviously, if the crested gecko hasn't laid eggs, within about a week to 10 days, I'd start to think, oh, okay, there's something maybe going on here.
Right.
Obviously, that's maybe what seek sort of veterinary treatment or something. But yeah, it's very much, some crested geckos do choose different lay spots.
Yeah, a few of mine, they were like, you come in the morning, they're digging, they got all mud over their head. But normally, when I see that sign, normally I find eggs. But yeah, you said, if you see, it could be even maybe be some egg binding going on if they keep digging and can't lay their eggs.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said is that you take it to a vet, just get it double checked. This is a question for both of us. What is your favourite cresty morphs beside lily white? So I'm going to go first. I'm going to say I don't know much about cresties. I'm just starting. When they hatch as babies, I mean, some of them are like, what is that? But my favourite, I'd say, in a short space of time of doing it, is I really like the tricolours. They seem to be what I really enjoy the most. But what's yours, Luke? Beside lily whites?
Besides lily white,
because I'm pretty sure you're going to say
yeah. So yeah, same as you, to be honest. Tricolours, extreme harlequins, stuff like that. That really eye-catching sort of thing.
Yeah,
got a bit of everything in there.
I thought you might have said cream, Luke.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the cream's up there, but no, I do like my tricolours. This year we've hatched out some stunning tricolours.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at taking pictures. I take pictures.
You need to get a good camera, Luke. When some of your photos, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's it.
I think when you take a quick shot off your phone, like it's sometimes just easy, like bang on your phone. But
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a question for you, actually. What I find hard with cresties, it's probably something you can elaborate a bit more. So let's say, for example, I've got a harlequin male and a harlequin female, and I pair them together, sometimes you could get these other morphs that pop out. That's what I always find really difficult with Crested. Like, you might get one that'll pop out and it's got load of dow spotting, but the mum is just a harlequin. I'm assuming it's like a line bred. That Crested morphs, the best way to put it with Leo terms, it's almost like a line bred trait. So that pairing could have had a Dalmatian in it at some point down the line. So is what happens with Crested?
Yeah, very much. So it's not a pick and mix as such. Breeding two crested geckos together, you should sort of know what you're sort of getting. Obviously, you do get throwbacks, so you'll get Dalmatian spotting pop up, like you say.
Yeah.
From years ago when they were collected in the wild, sort of thing, the majority of the geckos from New Caledonia, crested geckos, carry Dalmatian spotting.
Right. Okay.
So obviously, yeah, it may be tracking back to that sort of thing.
Right. Okay. That makes sense, because sometimes you hatch things, you think, well, I'm still learning. I'm still. I love them. Absolutely love them. But yeah, the tricolours are my go-tos, I'd say. But your cream, the girl I got here, she's close.
Yeah.
When she's fired up, that contrast with the cream and the dark base, absolutely.
You're going to have to get some more pictures, post them up.
Definitely. I need to post my Cresties a lot more, because I do have a cracking collection here. It's amazing. My Cresties they're really nice. Does having a male and female in separate enclosures but next to each other increase chance of pathogenic, would you say? Or is pathogenic completely random?
I would say it's completely random. I wouldn't say it makes the chances higher. Obviously, it may kickstart the female into ovulation, which then obviously you're going to get sort of infertile eggs. But yeah, I wouldn't say parthenogenesis is something that's connected with that.
Right, okay. Maybe now thinking about it, wouldn't maybe the scent of a male, I suppose we'll be seeing it pop up loads of times if that was the case. So how many people got male and females, you know what I mean, in the same room? So I suppose it would pop up a lot more. What would you say is the most underrated morph with Cresties? So I would say harlequin, personally.
Yeah, so I would say brindle, actually.
Right.
Brindle and tigers. You don't see a lot of them. Our first crested gecko, she's a stunning brindle. And yeah, very underrated sort of morph. But yeah, brindle, tiger, you don't see a lot of them around. And yeah, it's very underrated, I feel.
Is it because of the brindles always mixed in with other stuff that it takes away that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does. I think that's the thing. You get other things pop up on a brindle. So you can get the harlequin pop through on there as well, sort of thing.
Right, got you. I have another question for you. This is mine. There's me firing my questions at you. Obviously, I'm mainly a leopard gecko breeder. Normally, when people buy a gecko off of me, they don't ask for the parent photos.
Yeah.
Why is it so important with Cresties that it's lineage and photos of parents? Why is that so important?
So I think going back to the sort of question that we answered before, sort of when stuff like the oddballs get chucked out, how did this turn up, sort of thing. I've got harlequin, I've got sort of, I don't know, you produce a red or something.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah, tracking that lineage, making sure you know where it's come from. You've got, breeder's background as well as the parents and everything.
Yeah.
And often you go sort of generations back, sort of thing. A couple of our lines, you can go sort of 2, 3, 4 generations back. Right.
Is it also that people like to see the structure as well with the Cresties, isn't they? So when they see the a younger gecko, well, this is the mum and dad, this is their structure. Because obviously with babies, you can see one's going to have a good structure, but you can't see the actual structure.
You can't say for definite. No, that's it. Yeah, structure has a lot to do with sort of incubation temperature as well. But yeah, if the parents are carrying it, you've got a better chance of a better structured gecko.
Right. Okay. So could you just have 2 geckos with not a very good structure produce a gecko with a good structure, and vice versa?
You can. The chances are very slim. Obviously, incubation temperature does vary. So the cooler you're incubating your eggs, often you get better structured hatchlings.
Right.
But it does vary. Obviously, having good structure in both adults helps a lot.
Right, right. What other reptiles do you work with, Luke? 'Cause I know I'm pretty sure you got loads of stuff that I don't even know about. I know you got the Cresties, the Leos, you got the
Yeah,
Fiji,
yeah.
uh, Beardies,
Got a couple of beardies, yeah.
morning geckos.
Got plenty of them.
That's all I know. Do you have any other
Yeah.
animals, even if you keep them as pets?
So we've got Burmese Python. Got one of those.
No way.
Yeah, she's what, 9 foot now? She's
Oh my
stunning.
god.
What else we got? We got the Verlurdii, Eurodactylodes Verlurdii,
Oh right,
um,
yeah.
chameleon geckos. I'm not sure if Lucy's getting some out now, actually. I can hear her playing with tanks in the other room. What else have we got? Binos geckos as well. So they're a parthenogenic species, sort of sand dwelling from Australia. A bit like morning geckos, but yeah, like it a lot drier. We've got the Chahoua as well. So we've got the mainlands and the Pine Islands for those.
Yeah.
So, hope she has something.
Oh wow.
That's why the Verlurdii.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah, they're great.
Is that
The kids
an
love those as
adult?
well.
Is that how big they would get?
Yes, this is a fully mature female.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yeah, she's stunning. We got her from JS Reptiles.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
couple of good friends, yeah. So, yeah, stunning.
Reese says them morning geckos are the bane of his life. I remember them things. They used to scare the hell out of me because you get little blue tack over the holes as well. Because
Yeah.
them little buggers as well. And there's some of them. People don't buy one of them. Some people get a lot of them. But like I love them. I mean, I just sit there and look at the tank. They do the little click in and yeah, they're a nice animal to have actually. I mean, they lay eggs. I say work with. They do the work themselves, don't they?
They just do their own
The
thing.
eggs I've got, I'm going to be overrun with them. The amount of eggs I've got, I've just
Yeah,
left.
you can same with me.
They're all inside the bark tube. I've just thought I'll leave them because I've got loads in there anyway.
Well, that's it. Yeah.
How many morning geckos would you say you have?
Oh, good question.
Enough.
I've been trying to cut them down, but they reproduce quicker than you can cut them down, sort of thing. So I think I've probably got about 80 to 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just go mad. Got a few tanks with them in, and it's just all let us another baby.
Yeah. they're awesome though. They're a love. I think they're underrated in themselves. Just the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
So easy to look after. They're very aggressive hunters actually. When you feed them fruit flies, you see them go absolutely.
They go mad. Yeah.
I love them. Even my missus, she's not too involved with the animals, but she loves the morning geckos for some reason. So, how did you manage to get the tangerine influence in your lilies? We mentioned that, and LJ just joined. If you at the start of this, Luke showed off a nice tangy lily, but yeah, we already mentioned that one. I've been told to keep all New Caledonian species exactly the same in terms of husbandry. Would you say this is correct?
So I find Chahoua, I prefer a bit warmer, to be honest. So where they come from, New Caledonia, obviously, sort of crested geckos are found relatively near to the floor, to be honest. They're only about sort of 2 to 4 foot off the ground. You'll get the Chahoua, who are slightly higher. The Leachianas, you get slightly higher again. So yeah, the Chahoua, I find they bask a lot more than sort of the Cresties.
Yeah.
So UV lighting and everything, they're under there almost all day, sort of thing. Whereas the Cresties, they're like, nah, don't really need it. So, well, they benefit from it, but they're like, nah, we'll just hide away.
Is that that's good to hear. So would you say like they're more like the lower end of like sort of the ground, so like on a tree, for example, they'll be sort of on that lower end in the shade, whereas Chahuas are more, and obviously leeches are higher up, they're more needing UV and whatnot. That's yeah. I never knew that.
No, it's weird. Like New Caledonia, they all like sort of predate on each other, sort of thing. So it's They all got their sort of levels of things.
Time in the wild because they're all together. So they must be hybrids. They must be breeding with each other, surely. Because I know you can. It can be done. But LJ, oh man, he missed it.
John's getting back out.
Yeah, get her back out.
There we go. It's still on fire.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's not showing his true colours tonight.
Always the way on camera. As soon as you get the camera out.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a couple more out as well, sort of more tangerine lilies. But again, they're probably not showing their best. So there's a nice one.
Stunning.
But yeah, it's doing good. The sort of tangerine lining. Hopefully, as we work towards it a little bit more, like I say, get it to stick.
I say like I said earlier, every season it seems to be getting more and more. From when even just me following your page, it's getting better and better. We're obviously line breeding, holding back the best, and doing that. Yeah, I can't wait. Imagine a full orange tangerine Crested.
Yeah, that's the aim.
that is. Someone's asked, mossy geckos, so Chahuas, are they more aggressive to breed?
So the mainlands, I find them okay. The mainlands, they sort of just get on with it. The Pine Islands, they can be a bit sort of territorial. It's sort of, you've got to keep more of an eye on them, I find.
Yeah.
This is our first season with the Pine Island. So we're still quite new to those, whereas the mainlands, they sort of just do their own thing. They, just get on with it, to be honest. But Pine Islands, they seem a bit more sort of, not aggressive towards each other, but sort of, look, I don't want it to stay. Got you.
And is there morphs in Chahuas and Pine Islands? I know you see like some really high red and pinks, I think, Chahuas. Is there other morphs like with Chahuas? So
with the Chahoua, the Pine Islands, you get something called a white collar. Which come through, they're stunning. They're sort of I'll get one out.
I was going to ask Luke, what do I ask? Because I always worry whether to ask someone to get something out, because I don't know whether it's like they're like, oh no, I don't really want to show my project off to everybody.
Well prepared.
Yeah.
There. That's one of our white collar females.
That wasn't the little one I delivered, was it? Is it?
Yeah, no, it would be. Yeah.
No way.
So they're tiny when they arrived, and doing amazing.
Oh, look at that.
But again with these, you get the pinks, you get the reds. We've got another one as well. Bear with me.
It's refreshing. Everyone viewing this is refreshing. This isn't just leopard geckos.
So this one's a little bit different. That's another Pine Island, but again, more of a sort of pinky colour.
Oh, lovely, mate. I like the size on that one. That bunda.
Yeah. But no, they're doing really well, to be honest. These are still a bit young to pair, but hopefully next year get those in with a male and start producing some nice high white collars. Got a few that I want to hold back.
Definitely, and I know a lot of people keep the mainland Chahuas like a Crested. Would you say that's fine, or they are known to bask a bit more?
So I find I find all the Chahuas sort of bask a little bit more, to be honest. They prefer a little bit warmer than sort of Cresties, sort of around 27 to 28 sort of thing. They seem to really do well with the basking spot about that warmth. Whereas the Cresties, obviously, you don't want to sort of go above that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you
own any leechies, Luke?
No, I used to, but not anymore.
Why? Can I ask you why?
You can, yeah. So we had a male and two females. and moving the male sort of from his enclosure to the female enclosure, which we've been sort of bonding them with each other. Sort of, you do it with mesh and everything with leechies,
Right. Okay.
because they're very sort of territorial. They pick and choose who they want to go to. As we, moving the male in sort of thing, he is doing fine. Checked him a couple of evenings, he is doing fine. They must have got into a squabble one night, and he didn't make it, bless him.
No way.
But they're very aggressive, Lucianus. They're, towards the opposite, towards any other Lucianus, to be honest.
That's I've seen some, like I've watched some YouTube videos and I've seen some things on Instagram and people saying the breeding, like even people that love leeches, they're like, we love them. The breeding process is just stressful.
It is, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Can you get some that they're absolutely fine? Like you said, you got like almost paired them up like a couple almost, haven't you? You got to warm them up to each other.
You have. So you sort of you want to bond them, to be honest. So that's why you sort of do a mesh divider for a couple of months, sort of thing. Make sure they get on okay. Obviously they're showing all the right signs, but obviously just having him in an enclosure with her, she was like, nah, I'm not having this sort of thing. But it's it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. I've seen some. I had some big ones on my courier run, and even when I had to like give them water and stuff, I was always a little bit cautious with them because I always thought, that goes for me. That's gonna
do some damage.
Yeah, it's gonna do some damage. That. Are you planning to produce any exantics? If so, will you be crossing them into other morphs? I mean, that's a good one, that, because of with exantics, you only see like obviously with lily white, and you don't see much exantic harlequin or exantic tricolour or something. Will you? Yeah. What's your take on the exantic? What are you going to work with? Are you going to cross it with other stuff? I'm excited to hear this. Yeah.
So with the exantic, first of all, we're sort of just aiming to hit on the exantic. Hopefully get one of those. Well, then sort of what we're really looking to work towards is sort of the pinstripes and the quad stripes with them. Right. Getting exantic with some really thick sort of pin and quad stripes. As I say, we've got a 100% het now here at the moment, and produced a few 50% hets. Hopefully, odds work in our favour. Yeah. We produce some in a couple of years' time, sort of thing.
He's like a Dow look to him as well, isn't he, your guy?
Yeah, I've got him out as well, right there. Got everything.
Julius just joined in.
There he is there.
Oh, lovely.
So he's got a few Dalmatian spots and everything.
Beautiful. So exantic, lily white, and cappuccino are the only 3 genes in Cresties. Is that correct?
So, yes, sort of more dominant traits, yeah. Obviously, all the others are sort of, you've got to breed to sort of get those sort of thing. Yeah. But it's all quite new, sort of the exantic sort of, exantic's been around for a few years, to be honest. I think about 8 years they've been around now, to be honest. Yeah. Whereas, the cappuccinos, obviously, are still really new. A lot of people are still quite cautious about them. Which is, understandable.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, we say that. We did have a question on here. It mentioned, what's your take on the cappuccino and is it the super form makes the, I can't ever get this word out, melanistic?
Melanistic? Yeah.
The melanistic, it has like no structure for the ones I've seen. I've never seen an adult one. I've seen the babies, and the first photo I saw of it, I thought, is that even a Crested? I thought it was like an African fat tail because there was just no structure there.
They don't look right at all, do they?
No, it doesn't look right. Almost, and it's parts of it almost looks clear. But what's your like opinion on it? Like with the cappuccino and the super form, would you be cautious?
So, personally, I'd be quite cautious with it at the moment. I think there's still a lot of work to be done with it. Like I say, few people were against lily whites when they first came about, sort of thing. Yeah. It may just be a case of, getting these breed in and sort of seeing what they can do with them. Yeah. But at the moment, as you say, they're sort of they're lacking in sort of a crest.
Yeah, something iffy there. But like most morphs, when they pop up, for example, like black knight and leopard geckos, they have all these issues, and hopefully with a bit of line breeding, a bit of work, the issues can go. Well, I didn't even know much about the cappuccino. Can you elaborate a little bit on the cappuccino if you know much about it? Because of
I don't.
I thought that popped up recently, and all of a sudden there's a super minimalistic one.
Yeah, so I don't know too much about them either, to be honest. I haven't looked into them too much. Just because when I did see the super form, I was like, oh, that's a bit iffy sort of thing for me. So I haven't looked into them too much. But yeah, a few years down the line, see what they're doing, sort of thing. Never know, might end up with one.
yeah.
But, yeah, I think
work with Exantic, so now you got some.
That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I think there's still a lot of work to be done on the sort of melanistic cappuccinos and everything.
Yeah. So you see a lot of that sort of stuff in Asia as well, don't you? So
yeah.
I mean, the cappuccino. When I saw a photo of the cappuccino, I thought that is beautiful. That is stunning. But we'll see. I know, like with Lily White, that just doesn't work, does it? It's just it's fatal. So
it is. Yeah.
What is your thought? Oh well, we just said that one. Can Luke show some availables he'll be taking to the Donny show?
That's one thing I ain't got out tonight, to be honest.
So wait and see. So whoever ripped that, wait and see.
It is.
See what Luke's gonna fire up.
Yeah.
What are you going to be taking with Luke?
So I've at the moment there's a majority of Lily Whites, to be honest. Mainly from sort of last year, sort of really well grown on stuff, sort of 40 grams plus. Got quite a few of those sort of thing. And then you're going to be taking a few sort of 2021 babies. But again, it'll be what I take on the day sort of thing.
Yeah.
So make sure you pop by, say hi, and yeah.
Definitely. Anyone tuning in, if you don't know the Donny show, it's a UK reptile show, and obviously most people in the UK know, but it's pretty much our main show. But we did do the Guildford show. What was your thoughts on the Guildford show?
It was good, actually. It's definitely a lot quieter than Doncaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. I enjoyed it. And obviously, it's a great time to get to meet other friends and everything, don't you?
Exactly. And if you keep going to these things, they'll grow bigger, and then,
that's it.
More shows. If you don't go to them, they can't. Do you know what I mean? We all got to start from somewhere, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it weren't too bad. Like you said, I get to meet some people. Nice hearing your farmer voice.
Oh, yeah.
And we're right opposite each other as well.
Yeah, a bit like Sandy throughout the day.
Someone's put, I'm new to Crested Gecko. I was wondering any advice Luke can give me as a beginner starting. So that's where to start with. I'd say maybe find what you like and work with that.
Yeah, definitely. Go your own way about it, sort of thing. Do what you want to do, sort of thing. Obviously, don't go chasing other people's dreams. Chase your own. I think that's the best thing to do with sort of breeding any sort of gecko or reptiles, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I'd always say have a flick through some breeders' pages and see some sort of stuff that keeps popping up. You're like, I like to look at that, and then you sort of have your taste then, and then maybe work with just that. Because normally when you go a bit crazy and you get a bit of everything, you'll realise quickly, I prefer this.
That's it. Yeah.
Work with what you like. If you like just patternless, work with patternless and aim to produce the best patternless you could try and get, sort of thing. There was another question actually from someone from America. He said, what would you change in the hobby? It hasn't got to be necessarily people. It might be, I would rather people start working with this animal more. What would you, for someone who's been a veteran in the game, change in the hobby?
Make me sound old now, veteran again.
You like it. I know what you're like. You like it.
What would I change? So, some aspects of the community. There's a lot of hate that goes on, isn't there?
Yeah.
I know, people say bad about everyone, sort of thing. We're all in it together. That's, we need to stick together as a hobby, sort of thing. What else? Don't know, to be honest. Sort of, obviously got a lemon frost with leopard geckos as well, ain't you? That seems to slowly be cutting out, sort of. I haven't seen any advertising in ages, sort of thing.
Yeah, but you will always get somebody, work with them. yeah, that be ethic about what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm the exact same with you. You know, any hobby you're always going to have. It doesn't matter what you do, football or anything, driving cars or whatever. You're always going to have that negative side. But I'm
Yeah.
like you. We're all in it together. We all have the same hobby, the same love. It doesn't matter whether you're breeding tegus, whatever. We still have the love for. Do you know what I mean?
That's
For the
it.
hobby. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter about all. I used to run a courier. I used to see this sexy face all the time, and yeah, that's what got to me, Luke. I think it was because I'm a bubbly person, and sometimes people bring you down, and just had to stop.
Yeah.
And now look,
Yeah.
but it was good. Every time I used to come to you guys, it was always like a little push for me as well. Like seeing you guys, always giving me that
That's it.
bit of energy. Like, oh, you're doing good, and like little things like that.
Yeah. Sure, chocolate at Christmas, you know.
Oh, you sort of be. I came home. My missus went to me, "What the hell?" I went to Luke, and she went, "Oh, I thought so."
Yeah.
Julia, we miss you, G. Yeah, even Julia. It was good seeing all you guys. You guys got me
Yeah.
into Cresties because I had a load of kept getting them on board. I was like, these are really nice. Some of the stuff I was picking up from Luke and Julia, I was like, yeah, that's really special. But now we're doing lives.
Well, that's it. Yeah, no, can't complain, to be honest.
That's it. I mean, I'm back to doing what I love. You know, I did enjoy the courier, but you know, my own animals were lacking, and you know, my girlfriend was home alone all the time, and just loads of little things added up.
That's it. Sometimes you got to put yourself first, haven't you? That's the thing.
That's it. You know, and whenever I'd have time off, I'd be thinking of the next one. It was never like a day off. So anyway, I'm fine. I'm here. I've lost my Instagram account and everything, but I'm fine. I'm still going.
You'll get back up there. You'll get up there. What are you on at the moment, likewise, or followers even?
What am I at now?
Yeah.
Yeah, 550. So
Yeah, see, doing good.
Considering I lost it in a week, I mean, the support has been crazy. With the first I lost myself, you shared, everyone was sharing. I thought, wow, that's enough just to keep me going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, definitely.
It happens. Do you get morphs in? Oh, this is Fiji's now. Fiji iguanas. Do you get morphs in Fiji's, and do they just eat veggies?
Okay, so Fiji's, they not morphs as such. You do get sort of different colours, so you get sort of more intense blues. Whereas, yeah, some females sort of, well, mainly the females are just plain green.
Yeah.
The males tend to display quite strong blues.
Yeah.
But really depends. So you get like the fasciatus, the bulla bulla, and also the vienentis, I think they're called. But yeah, they do vary quite a lot. There you go. Lucy's bringing over some Fijis.
Oh, yes.
So.
Oh my God.
That's my main man, Floki. He's, yeah.
Wow.
Done in.
Oh my God. I can only imagine how he looks in the flesh as well.
Yeah, no, he is beautiful, honestly. He's, yeah.
Oh my God. Because I see some with like blue, like bars on them as well. Is he got blue on him too? Obviously, this camera.
His blue sort of runs out. He's got a sort of semi-blue bar there that sort of goes more green as he goes down his body. But yeah, no, he's stunning. We've got a few sort of babies from our parent, actually, from him and our female, which is this one.
Julia just put Lucy in the background, LOL.
So this is our female.
Oh, wow.
So she's a bit different. She's got bands on her. Normally females don't have bands.
Yeah.
Normally females are just sort of pure green. But yeah, she's got bands.
Oh, man. Is it just the pair you got, just the duo?
No, so we've got 5 altogether. Well, 9 actually. We've got 4 babies as well. So yeah.
Awesome. And that's a question. Someone else put this question, and I was actually like, I was going to ask that. Someone said, "Can you keep the babies of your Fijis in with the adults, like monkey tails? Would they all get on?"
No, so you probably could. The majority herbivorous, to be honest. So eat mainly sort of fruits, veg, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They do like their insects, though. The best way to sort of tame a Fiji iguana or to build their trust is with a couple of insects.
Right.
But yeah, ideally you want to keep the babies separate from the adults.
Yeah.
There's no sort of maternal instinct there or anything. They dump off the eggs and leave sort of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing amazing. They've grown like anything when we first got them. I think we got them back in 2019.
Right. Okay.
And they've really grown on us sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Are they like a rare species? Because you don't really hear many people working with them. When people do hatch eggs, it's like quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, so they are endangered. So they are CITES and everything. So you've got to have all the correct documentation with them. They've bred quite readily with us, to be honest. We've got a few eggs in there still, hopefully going to be hatching in the next sort of 10 to 20 days. But yeah, they seem to be doing really well here. But
That's just your farmer touch.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, they're incredible, mate. Absolutely incredible.
Another good thing about the species is sort of these are fully grown sort of thing. So they don't get any bigger than this, which is a really good size. And there's a couple of babies. With my first hand.
Oh, wow. I thought they were field chameleons back there for a second. Oh, wow.
But yeah, no, they're doing really well. Babies are growing like anything.
Amazing, Luke. Do you guys feel like you've had your little part in helping bring something back? Because if they are endangered, you are helping. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've definitely sort of done our part, I'd say. And the idea is sort of down the route is sort of potentially to donate some to zoos and stuff.
Yeah.
And sort of get the species more known. So there's not an awful lot known about them.
That's amazing. So what sort of setup and everything do you have to, do they need to be in a big setup? Are they high basking temperatures? Do they like high humidity? Because I know zero about them. I'm absolutely fascinated by that species, though.
Yeah. So, the varying size for the adults, sort of, we've got them in a 4x4x3.
Okay.
When we move, we're hoping to get them in a slightly bit bigger as well, to be honest. Just so they can sort of, because they're quite inquisitive. They do like exploring. They're always out and about exploring. But yeah, for the babies, they're in sort of 4x2s, by 4x2x3s, I think they are. But yeah, just makes it easier for them to find food and everything.
Yeah. Oh man.
Temperature-wise, sort of about 28 to sort of 29.
Yeah.
And yeah, they need daily spraying sort of thing. So they do like it humid. But then they still like that drop sort of, so it's not too humid for them sort of thing. But yeah,
I'm just there gobsmacked by them. Because I used to go to Michael Edge's quite a bit. He's got some as well, and I used to just sit there and just there was that one animal I just sit there and just look at.
You've got to. Yeah, no, that's it.
and they seem to be always like jumping around, and they're always like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love them. But yeah,
they're always doing something.
Absolutely stunning. Hopefully, in the future down the line, you'll be having these like morning geckos.
Oh God, do you imagine? Need a bigger place.
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions, please hit them down in the live, and me and Luke will answer them. George, I'd say you need a baby. I think so too. They're absolutely stunning. I think if the next animal I would get would probably be a Euro.
Yeah.
I love those. What would you say, Luke? Actually, this is going to come to another question. What would you say if you had to get another animal that you don't own? What would it be?
See, I would probably stick with same species. So I'd go for the Fiji iguanas again, but the crested Fiji iguanas.
Right. Okay. Do some research on this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Brachiolophus vientis, I think it's called. But yeah, they're stunning. They're sort of a lot bigger, sort of almost double the size. A lot more prominent sort of whites and greens.
Yeah.
And they're sort of green species, but yeah, they're mega money at the moment.
Oh, you're just enjoying your Fijis at the moment. Yeah,
Well, that's it. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. What about you?
What do you mean? What would I have?
What,
It
yeah,
would, yeah, Euro.
will be the Euro.
Yeah, it'd just be a Euro.
Yeah,
I think that's something about them. I was talking to Diane. I might just put a comment. I got you, Jules. Yeah, just something about them. Even some of them have these colours. It's the setup as well. I think I'd want a big display and all that stuff.
yeah,
But
definitely.
with geckos, I think it'll be Angramonu. That's something I do want to work with. I don't know why. I think it's because I do super giants.
Well, that's it. It's like, yeah.
I like big geckos, and Angramonu's absolute monsters. So I think that would probably be my next thing.
That's
Euros,
down to the ground.
it's always something. Oh, and this, oh, and that.
That's it. It's never ending, isn't it? It's yeah.
It's never ending. Do you have any Cresties there, Luke? Some you want to show some spice?
I can show you some Cresties. Just let my assistants take these.
Any Cresty related questions, guys? Bang them down below. Let's see what Luke's
Let's have a look. So I've got, not going to be able to see his red spots. This guy. So he came from Altitude Exotics. His confetti line.
Oh, lovely.
So he's fired up at the moment, but I don't know if you can see. He's got, you see sort of his red spots there. Yes, this is part of his confetti line, which we're really looking forward to working with next year, to be honest. He's got a really decent head structure on him as well. So I find with a lot of Dalmatians, you don't get good head structure.
Yeah.
So hopefully, working with sort of this male and a couple of our females, we will get some good structure as well as some sort of red, black, and green spotting, hopefully.
Beautiful.
But yeah, he's stunning.
From altitude as well, you know. As soon as you say altitude, people go, what?
Yeah. Yeah. What else have I got? This is a line of Dalmatians that I've been working with recently, or well, for quite a while now, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
There's one of our super Dalmatians that I've produced this year.
Stunning, Luke.
Typically, in shed as well, typically. But
I was going to say, it's got like a silver look to it.
But yeah, no, this one's stunning. Hold back for sure, sort of thing.
Oh, wow, mate. And with Dalmatians, does it get like more and more spotting as time goes on?
So yeah, you find sort of they'll hatch out with a few spots, sort of thing. You think, oh, that's got to be nice. As they sort of grow, you'll notice more and more. And yeah, they sort of pop. You never quite know with a Dalmatian what you're going to get. Because yeah, the spots can vary as well and everything. Again, there's another super Dalmatian.
Oh, lovely. And would you be having many of these available?
A few of these will be. All ones that I don't hold back.
Yeah.
Last thing is, it gets to a point where you just hold, you're like, well, I'll hold that back, I'll hold that back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just so you know, Luke, because of mine, I've got a new Instagram now. They only let me do a stream for so long. So in a minute, this will go off, then I'll go live again, and I'll add you in again.
All right, yeah, no problem.
But yeah, this is annoying as well because I had a following. Instagram were like, you know what, you can go as long as you want. Now I'm back to square one.
Wow, it's like terrible, isn't it? It's, yeah, honestly, can't believe it.
It's just, do you know what? I'm not even bothered. It's just an inconvenience of it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's it. As I said, there are quad stripes as well.
Oh wow,
really nice quad stripe.
Stunning.
But yeah.
With Crested, I think we mentioned this before, is that all purely line breeding?
So, yeah, so this is a sort of, with our quad stripes, we find when we put them together, we won't produce anything wire quad stripes or really nice pinstripes anyway. Right. You will get a few broken quads in there. But yeah, stunning.
Beautiful. The live is just going to cut out, Luke. So we had you back in. Can you hear
Back
me?
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. For some reason, it only gives me an hour now or something, but we're back anyway.
Yeah.
What was it? Was the quad stripes, wasn't it? We mentioned the quad
Yeah,
stripes.
the quad stripes. So originally with my quad stripes, I was sort of going for, well, I wasn't quite going for quad stripes. I was just going for a nice full pinstripe with lavender.
Mm.
Um, my male produced a really nice quad stripe, which I thought, right, I'm going to hold him back. He doesn't have a lavender present in him.
Mm.
So that's got to be cut out of all the lines sort of thing. But he's actually produced some really nice sort of lavendery babies.
Oh, wow.
And got a good lavender to them, which I wasn't expecting to get, to be honest. But yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, wow.
Stunning.
I've
again,
seen one that's like black and it's got like these. That's what you're going to be.
what else have I got?
Harmony. Hey, again, everyone. Any questions? Keep them in the comments, and we'll be answering them. I know there's Chris at CNN Reptiles has asked the question. It's planted in here. Don't worry, I'll ask Luke. Oh, whoa!
No, he's the jumpy one. So that's a nice note. He's on the phone now.
Don't you freak out. This is where I'm like, no, your tail.
No, he's gone. A nice extreme, this one. Obviously unfired.
Oh, nice. All your geckos are nice. Stunning. Yeah,
we've produced some really nice stuff this year, and it's really knocked out in the park sort of thing.
Yeah.
Baby wise, I think that's all I got out, to be honest.
Have you got any Leos out? Because we did get a question. Chris at CNN Reptiles asked, how are you finding working with electrics?
So the electrics are going really well, to be honest.
Mm.
This year, Lucy is sort of aiming for sort of bold electrics. So she crossed sort of her bold male to a couple of electric females, which she's produced some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
But I'd say next year, she'll sort of be going down sort of the route of G projects. She's got a nice G project cross clown female as well.
Oh right, yeah. Which
I've got here.
Lucy, I've got a nice blood cross clown.
Yeah. But she's nice.
Oh, lovely. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. Really nice. Do you find with the electric as well, you get those nice green tones that come through as well? But that's the G. That's
the G project. Yeah, normally electrics with just very vibrant sort of red, red-orange sort of thing. They've actually recently got this male from Dave over at DC Geckos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice. You got to sit still. Nice G project male.
Nice.
It's stunning. But it's,
beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, got some nice bits down the line with the Leo sort of thing. Lucy's, working quite nice.
Magic. Lucy, what the high contrast? You broke Luke's heart. I can see
it. She's ran away.
DC Geckos just joined. What's going on, Dave?
Right. High contrast stuff. Didn't have much to say.
Some of the stuff was insane. Okay.
I've still got my original male, which I've got here actually. So is this colour gold pickup?
Let me move these comments quickly. Oh wow, yeah.
So that's my original male, which he's stunning. She's actually taken him to a couple of Donny shows and Sraz actually. He's not left the table.
It's always the best ones that don't go.
So I'm not too fussed if he doesn't.
Yeah. Anyone got any questions for Luke? Anyone got any questions? Evening, fellas. Dave, you came right towards the end, mate. I'm only joking.
I've done a shout on everything.
He's a good guy, Dave. He's a real good guy. Some stunning geckos. I mean, when I saw his collection, because I do Leo's, jaw to the floor. But yeah. Any questions for Luke? Anybody? Any questions?
Is Jay still watching? Is Jay there somewhere? Apparently, I've got to shout him out. Say his best skis are around.
Oh, good evening. People probably tuning in thinking, "Oh yes, George is live. It's towards the end." I've been driving, still listening. What are you up to, Dave? Where you been? Where you driving? Any tips when it comes to breeding Cresties? Any sort of tips, Luke, for breeding Cresties? What to watch out for or anything?
So I would. You want to cool your males in the sort of winter period. I find cooling the males down as well, and the females, to be honest, really builds up sort of the sperm count and everything. You get a better production of eggs, fertile eggs anyway. So you'll notice often with females, they'll sort of start lacking, sort of get a few infertile eggs as the season goes on.
Yeah.
I find with cooling the males, the fertility is a lot better. We've sort of cooled our males ever since we had them, and not had a problem with infertility or anything. But yeah, keep them well fed as well. Good gut loaded food.
SP has said, do you still have Elsa?
We do actually, yeah. Yeah, mind you, I doubt I'll be able to get her out. I'll have to get some pictures of her though.
Someone also mentioned best egg incubation temperatures.
So at the moment we're incubating at about, between 23.5 to about 24.5. And we find that is really good temperature for us. It works really well for us. Gives us good structure as well. Obviously, you could go really low, so you go into the lower 20s.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you've got a weight and a half on your hands. You've got like 120 to 150 days.
Yeah. Is it true that I hear a few times people say the lower the temperature you incubate, the better the colour, I think they say, with Cresties. And I know it's the other way with Leos, but I'm pretty sure someone said the longer you leave it, the better your Cresties going to look. Is that true?
Yeah, so colour, it influences colour, sort of, as I say, structure, also the size of your hatchlings as well. So I find as long as they're hatching out over the 100-day mark, they're normally perfect sort of thing. Really good size, colour, you've got everything there. If you're hatching out too thick and fast sort of thing, you can sort of incubate Cresty eggs at about 26 to 27. You'll find that they're a lot smaller, sort of colours quite a lot like duller sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you want to sort of keep the temperatures low.
I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what I just find with Cresties, me personally, I find you get a lot of weak babies with Cresties. Is this something that happens? Is it something I'm doing wrong? I mean, there's been some times where I've checked the incubator, I've looked in my egg tub, and the Cresties bit the egg and everything, but hasn't came out, and it's died, and it's passed away in the egg.
So there could be various issues with that, to be honest. So you get over-calcification of the eggs as well. So where the female's producing a lot of calcium, sort of putting it into the eggs, you've got really thick-shelled eggs. Sometimes the hatchlings can struggle to get out of that. Also temperature, again, sort of thing. You don't want it too cool, sort of thing. So what sort of temperature are you incubating at?
Mine's probably about 25.
Is it? Okay. So, yeah, you shouldn't have issues there.
Yeah.
Again, humidity also helps, keeping moisture up in the incubator as well. I don't know what sort of hatch medium you're using.
I'm using just the old school vermiculite.
Yeah. So we were using perlite a couple of years back. We've moved to the Rapace Super Hatch.
Oh, right, okay. And how are you finding that?
Oh, it's really good. Honestly, can't fault it at all. Yeah, we've had really good hatch rate with it, to be honest.
I'm going to have to give that maybe a try. I mean, I would. I mean, I've only had like 3, so it might just be bad luck, or like you said, calcified eggs. But I mean, I haven't produced enough to be like, But I've just noticed with obviously I hatch a lot of Leos, and I've just thought, hang on, is there like a more of a death rate in Cresties? Like with chameleons, they'll lay so many eggs because there's a higher death rate. But maybe it's just something to keep an eye on a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and also you can't have too much moisture in the incubator as well. Years back, we were using vermiculite sort of thing. We found it would hold the water hold a lot of water. We found sometimes that's a bit too much for the Cresty eggs.
Right. Okay.
So switch to perlite or the Rapashi Super Hatch, and I reckon you should be fine.
Yeah, definitely. Someone mentioned, someone above asked what you reckon pairing a lily white yellow tang female to. Lily white yellow / tang female to.
Okay, so personally, I try and get something tang. So I try and get something that's got a tangerine influence in it. I was gonna say, knowing like what we do, we know some of the babies have tangerine in them now. They may not display it when they're older, but they've hatched out with the tangerine. So that's something we'll often sort of add to our notes when we're putting geckos up for sale or something. We say like this one had tangerine influence. It doesn't mean it's displaying it now, but when it's a hatchling, it displayed that tangerine influence.
Yeah, and I suppose when they hatch a baby from that pairing, they might be like, "Why is it orange?"
Yeah.
What is going on with the lily white market? I mean, so if I go through Morph Market, for example, you see them, they'll range from. I've seen some as low as 300, and you see obviously the higher up the price, the more obviously the more quality, the better. But what is going on? Because I remember like 2 years ago to have a lily white was like, oh, I've got a lily white. What's happened? Is it just a mass amount of people working with it now? I mean, it's an awesome. Most lily whites I look, I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think yes, as you say, I think a lot of them have been produced. Especially at the Doncaster show, I was seeing lily whites sort of go for sort of 200-300 quid sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you think they're worth a lot more than sort of what people are selling them at.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like mine. I've got good sized breeders, well, sort of adult geckos to sell lily whites, and people are like, "Oh, why is that one this much?" They're selling them over there for about 200 quid. And obviously, you explain they've got lineage, they've got the size to them and everything.
Yeah, it's like you'll get some people that will buy one, for example, they buy one lily white male and they'll just slap it to everything. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, you need us in the hobby, we have to be careful with the market. We can sort of control it ourselves. I mean, if you're going to come on the scene with Black Knights and you're going to be posting them for 50 quid, you're ruining it. You're going to end up ruining it for yourself and the other people as well. Do you know, if you market it at a good sort of price, then we all sort of, not that it matters, I'm just saying, not that the money matters, but you know what I mean. It's annoying when if you're going like if I went and bought a £2,000 Black Knight male and I produced some, and I just wondered with the lily whites, but you can see with the price, you can see the quality, and
that's it. Yeah,
definitely the market has been evolving. It definitely has. Anyone got any questions before I probably call it a night with my famous ginger friend? Flying demands, mate. Any last questions? I appreciate you coming on, Luke, man.
It's been a while in the pipeline, hasn't it?
It'd be nice hearing about how it all started and stuff, because I know a lot of people with these lives, you don't get to know somebody. Do you know what I mean? There's probably a lot of people that have been following you for years but never actually seen your face, how you are. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, no, I really appreciate it. And Lucy, Lucy, I know you're there.
Hide around the corner.
See if you've got any last questions. So with Leo, I mean, you're going for. I know you got some snows. It's mainly like your electrics, your G projects, not your high contrast. But do you have anything else hidden in the woodwork somewhere? I'm pretty sure you guys do.
Not that we're telling. No. No, we're quite open, to be honest, with what we've got and everything. I don't think we've got any big secrets sort of hidden away. Yeah, we like to share our experience as much as anyone else, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
That's what
yeah,
I like
well, I
about
think,
you guys. You're very transparent. You'll speak to anyone about anything. Yeah.
yeah. But Lucy's got her. She likes this one. She just bought it to me. Oh, try and get the right angle.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, stunning.
Nice. Really nice.
Yeah, yeah. She likes that one.
Yeah. That's real nice. Real nice. Is that going into some kind of like pied project or anything?
Yeah, so we're actually after a male Mac eclipse at the moment. Ideally, sort of pipelines or something like that to hopefully try and get something like that again.
Definitely.
But yeah,
Somebody mentioned, what is your favourite planned pairing for 2022, Luke?
2022. It's got to be these antics, I think.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to working with those. Again, to us the Chahoua as well, Pine Islands, and yeah, getting them going.
Definitely. The contrast on them is the camera will never pick it up, so please check Luke's Instagram after this. But the contrast on them as well. Even when they were babes, I remember being scared because I remember being like, oh.
yeah.
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 Yeah, it's great to see that they're thriving as well. Nice size.
Yeah. No, they're doing really well. Can't thank you enough, bringing us all these reptiles that you did.
Oh no, you guys were a blessing as well. You always looked after me.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll probably call it a night, Luke. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
Do you want to let everyone know where to find your page, what social medias you on? Obviously,
so we're on. Yeah, so we're on Facebook, LeapingCresties on there. We've got Instagram as well, LeapingCresties. So yeah, straightforward.
Leos, Cresties, Morning Geckos, Future Fijis. Make sure you hit him up. They will be coming to the show. He's always there. You see him. He's unmissable.
You can't miss me.
Anyway, thank you so much, Luke, for coming on. We'll definitely do it again sometime. We'll definitely do it again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity as well.
You're welcome, Luke. I really appreciate you coming on again. I mean, after doing the courier, like I said, you guys were like a little star at the end of the tunnel. You always
yeah.
So I really appreciate you and Lucy. But I'll love you and leave you.
Yeah, you take care, mate.
Cheers, Luke, mate. Thank you.
Bye.